Got to get used to this double monitor thing. Let's see. Maybe we move this down a little bit.
You're just trying to block your bald head from not being in the camera.
I know, it's too shiny off the light. That's the problem.
Yeah, your lights are really close. It's very bright.
Yeah. Okay. So with this new setup, we can see. Honestly, I like this more with the double stream. So like we have the chat down here, the stream information here, and then the stuff we're live on over there. Okay. So let's get started to the meat of this. I don't even know if I know what all these are. Do we think there's an S tier deck? Or how do you want to do it? Do you want to go off like the tiers first or the decks first?
I think it'd be most neat to go, and by neat I mean orderly, to go by deck because they're in an order rather than like trying to search for them.
Okay, I agree with that. But then I see this Monkey Dory Psychic deck and I'm like, that's my deck. Although there's a Gengar in the image. There should be no Gengar in Monkey Dory Psychic. That's so old school. Oh, and we're getting ahead of ourselves too. The rules are for this stream, her and I have to agree on the deck. There's one tier list. This is the Waffles and Cuddles tier list. This isn't Z-Man 15. This isn't Waffles 20. Who knows? This is the Z-Man and Waffles tier list. So we have to work together here. So, I think... You think we just go by the deck? Or
I think we
do you
just
think
go by
something
deck.
calls
I think
us
we just
by
go in order.
What if something calls out to you in the list?
Then we wait until we get to that point in the list. I'm not like you.
Wow, is that what it's like to not have ADD?
Yeah.
See, the reason I say that is the first one's Leviathan, and that's a
I don't know what Leviathan is.
So that's the one I was using of Weeder's deck against you. It's the one where you can use the Whale Lord, the Milotic, and the Swampert to kind of have like a control thing that takes prizes. You know, I've been kind of in like a water control era.
Was it the one that didn't work at all? Or was it the one that worked okay?
It works okay. The problem is it can get ran over.
Well, then put it in C.
I don't think it's C tier. I think...
B?
Yeah, I think B is fair.
Fine. It's just not A.
I think before Fanrodom, I think it was A.
Well, Fanrodom exists now.
It does. This one's kind of similar. Palafin Surf. So this is like a water disruption, but it has Palafin... Palatoad, is that its name? Seismitoad. This is like the low energy water. For reference, I think this is better than Leviathan right now. It's trying to do the same thing, but it does it a little bit better.
Was it actually an A tier deck?
Maybe. Like, when
do you think it competes with Psychic and Colorless?
It was my only 2 losses at Baltimore.
Okay, that says something.
Yeah. Did you play against it?
No.
No? Okay.
But like, I guess we could put it in A for now because it's better than Leviathan.
Okay, and then we can kind of rearrange stuff as it goes.
Yeah, I'm still not convinced that Leviathan should be in B. I think that you're just afraid to low rate things.
I don't know if I'm afraid to low rate things, but
I think you're unrealistic in your expectations for all the decks, and they're all going to be in B.
Jeez.
Or A.
Craziness. I don't know if I'd go that far.
We'll see.
Alright, I'll do...
But if Palafin is better than Leviathan, then it has to go higher on the tier list.
It is, yeah. Alright, to appease you, we'll go this way, because you're right, that gives us more room.
Yeah.
Rapid Strike's, like, unplayable. That's, like, just a fun deck.
Okay.
Like Little Zach plays it, Bohemian Sun. And it can win, like, don't get me wrong.
Sure, I'm sure all the decks can win if the stars align.
Yeah, but it's just there. Spread Lightning, what do you think about that?
C. I actually don't even know. I have never really felt threatened by Spread Lightning.
I think that's fair.
In the recent history.
Honestly, I think that's fair. I'm going to put it in C.
Okay, I think C because D can be just like the really bad decks.
Yeah. Meme, and that's okay, because it's GLC. It's a casual format. Like, I don't want anyone to be offended by what decks we're putting in a tier. Alright, what about
People will be offended, but that's okay.
How do you feel about Shocklock?
I actually don't think I think I've only played Shocklock once.
Yeah.
So I don't have a really strong opinion about it, because it was also really long ago when a bunch of rotations hadn't happened yet.
Yeah. I don't really know. I played against it once too. I didn't feel threatened, but it's because like it's that typical control thing where I could run them over before they set up.
I wonder if we should have a category where it's like we just don't have enough information on what this deck is supposed to be doing.
Let's add one.
Yeah.
Well, I know what it's supposed to do, but it's like
we don't have enough experience with the deck to be fair with it.
Abstain.
I would just go IDK. Well, yeah, abstain works.
IDK.
Yeah, exactly.
Turbo Basic Lightning. That's just a meme, honestly.
Okay.
That's not a real deck. Turbo Basic Psychic. I don't think I've ever heard that term before.
What is the Pokemon in there?
Necrozma, Mewtwo, Latios. I get that, but like for me, Psychic's more defined by
I feel
its
like it
stage
doesn't
2s.
work.
To me, Psychic's defined by its stage 2s. Like, are we talking about like Gallade and Tinkaton? Are we talking about? So that's
Malamar,
where. Well, that's the stage 1. Yeah, so you could go Xatu over the Tinkaton.
They're not basics though. Like.
Yeah, like I don't know if I'd define it by the basics. I'll tell you, out of those basics, the only one I really mess with too much is Latios. So I don't know. Is there another psychic thing on here?
There's the Monkey Dory psychic.
Yeah, well, you know where I'm gonna put that one. But
Yeah,
I mean, is there like Tinkaton psychic?
There's spread psychic, stage 1
so
psychic.
maybe this is supposed to be Tinkaton psychic.
But it's turbo basic.
Maybe it just has the wrong name.
I don't think you can have the wrong name and those Pokemon on the like picture. This is a Tinkaton list. It says Turbo Basic. It doesn't have a Tinkaton in the picture.
Okay, well then we don't know what this deck is. This is an abstain.
But it's probably wrong.
Stage 1 Psychic. So this uses Girafarig, and the attack is based off of like how many stage 1s you have. That's a meme.
Yeah, for sure.
Monkey Dory Psychic is honestly A.
You're not even gonna give a big speech about it. You're just gonna be like, A. That's it.
Okay, so your worst matchups are something that can run over you, which is true for a lot of things, but some of its best matchups are colorless, other setup decks like with the water deck, and so you have really good matchups into like some of the best decks. And then it has a high skill ceiling, so like you can kind of do anything you want once you get past that first thing. So for that reason, I think it's A. It has really good matchups into the best decks. It rewards pilot skill, and you have a toolbox, so you have like 5 or 6 attackers that can kind of go into like any situation, any match, but without clunking up the deck itself. And then Psychic just has a lot of good cards.
That's fair.
In short, you can draw 5 cards before you ever play a supporter. You get 1 off of Mysterious Tail Mew, you get 2 off of Xatu, and a free attachment, and you get 2 off of Kirlia. So you're looking at 5 cards before you ever even commit a supporter. Pretty good. That's an A tier.
Okay. Lost in Psychic. It was better when it had the Marshadow.
Yeah, it won the Friday event in Baltimore. It went 6-0.
Is it better than Monkey Dory?
I don't think so. And that's only because it's a one-trick pony.
Is it better than Palafin?
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is an A tier deck.
Okay.
Some of this might be biased. But I don't know. I love Lost Zone too.
I think all tier lists are a little biased.
You're right. Okay, Real Sword Grass is interesting because this is like where we started from.
Yeah. I think it's at least C.
Yeah. I'm going to put it maybe like the top of C.
Okay.
And I think this is kind of like you're learning GLC, and this is a good starting place kind of thing.
Yeah. Could see it.
Spread Psychic. I know you hate playing against Spread.
I don't like Psychic in general, to be fair.
Oh, you don't like Psychic at all. But think about what you're playing against then for stuff you don't like piloting. Like, you're scared when you see it, which means it's not meme tier, for example.
Yeah, I have had very bad experiences with Spread Psychic. But you haven't.
No, I've been okay.
So maybe I'm just a bad player against Spread Psychic.
So is it fair to maybe put it like around where Spread Lightning is, or do you think it's more powerful?
Oh, I think it's better than Spread Lightning. I don't fear Spread Lightning.
Is it better than Grass?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
So maybe we'll go B.
I think it could go in B.
All right, Hitmon Bros. You know what? As I'm
Hitmon
doing
Dog is what it is.
Oh, right. It used to be called Hitmon Bros, but the Dogi adds a lot. You know what's interesting is, remember, I let you play this against me on stream one time?
This was the only fighting deck that I liked.
Yeah.
And for that, I kind of want to put it in B.
I think it's either top of B or low A. And the same kind of reason as Monkey Dory Psychic, where it has really good matchups into things. Like, you're good into colorless, but you're not great into water or psychic.
Yeah,
so
I don't think it's strong enough to be A, but I think that top of B makes sense.
Yeah. Alright, that sounds good. Garganackle is honestly kind of meme. It's either meme or C. You remember playing this?
No.
You don't remember the Knackle? We even have the shiny one and everything. It's the one that accelerates like fires and waters.
Oh, okay. I vaguely remember. Put it in meme.
Pesci is in here on YouTube. What's up? Alright, well, Pesci, since you're our first comment, Garganackle, is it meme or C? Meanwhile, we'll go to Earthquake. So Earthquake is honestly... Okay, we need a different thing that's not meme, but is kind of at the same level. This is outdated. So it's like, in early GLC, this was a great way to do kind of stuff, but like now...
Alright, so put an outdated category.
Yeah.
Add it above the meme?
Yeah. And we're going to call it...
Put it in a color different than C's.
Oh, is there a way to do that?
You had the choices of color when you created it.
Okay, what color do you want? Pink?
Yes. Not because I like pink, it just makes sense.
Yeah. Outdated is Earthquake.
Yeah.
And you know what the new Earthquake is? Is this ancient box here.
I haven't really had that much experience with that deck.
That was the Koraidon Loop deck that I was playing, essentially.
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna say like D. I'll be honest.
Say D? Okay.
Yeah. It's because it's not the same actual.
Did you win with it?
Yeah, you can win with anything.
But like, did you win the GLC night with it?
Yeah. But I still think it's D.
I feel like that's insulting against your opponents.
I mean, like, I drew a red card for my first turn one of the games.
Color.
Yeah, you can get lucky, and it's okay to admit that.
It's fair.
I think it's a good deck. Like, I don't think it's meme, but it's on the verge of meme. But it's D. Like, it's.
You don't think it's meme?
It's like a little bit better than meme. Well, maybe it is meme.
I feel like it might be meme.
Maybe we don't need this category. Maybe it's just the best meme deck. I think that's what it is. And then we delete this. Alright, that's what it is.
Okay.
Alright, full spread for fighting. Man, there's a lot of fighting ones on here. Jeff won with this one night. Okay, the one sketching is this Rhyperior.
I don't know anything about it.
It's like a meme, honestly.
Okay.
Oh, here's an interesting one. Dark. It says Turbo Bank, where it's just like you're setting up your Guzzlord as fast as possible.
That's a funny name. I like that.
Yeah. It makes me like the deck more. I think it's B. I think it's B or C.
Alright.
I think it's better than Spread Psychic.
Yeah. I put it. Yeah, okay. I could agree.
I almost wonder if Spread Psychic is not B.
Excuse me.
Poison Dark.
Yeah, I don't really think Spread Psychic is B.
Yeah, we'll move this.
To top of C.
Okay.
I thought that's where we were going to put it to begin with. And maybe you just mentally disagreed and you put it in B.
We said Real Sword Glass was top of C.
No, but we said that Spread Psychic should be top of C.
Roll it back! Roll the tape! Alright, Poison Dark. I mean, we have experienced this one quite a bit. We've messed with this. I think it's meme. I think it's meme or low C.
Yeah, I think it's a low C. I want Poison Dark to work so bad, and it just never does. I don't think it's a meme. I just think it's not good.
Yeah. Yep. I'll put outdated over here. That looks better. Dark Niddos. Oh, shoot. I made this one, too. It's a meta call. That's a meta call. But I'll say this. Like, the time when I played it, which was
How
February.
How are you abstaining from it when you made this deck?
Because it depends on what everyone else is doing. And
okay.
Oh, Chris Hill's in here. What's up, ghouls? Chris Hill, Ghouls, also plays Niddos and was
Okay.
like one of the inventors. So the reason that I'm gonna abstain from it is it totally depends on what people are playing. When I got my badge with it was when colorless was everywhere and it was only attacking with basics. That's gonna happen again with the new cards that came out. So like it just depends. But if you hit like a Warlord deck, not a great matchup. You can maybe outskill them, but I'm gonna abstain. It's just like it depends. So maybe I could add a tier that says like meta dependent.
No, we don't need to add more tiers.
All right. Dark Control, I'm gonna abstain because I haven't played it yet.
That's fair.
I can't rank it. Like I know it's actually a pretty good deck. It's not meme, but I don't know if it'd be like B or C. I can say I know it's not A or S because you don't see it winning all over the place and people complaining about it. So like,
yeah.
But I don't know where I'd put it. Rain Dance Grass I think is actually the best way to play Grass. So this is the Cherrim and the Cherubi stuff. I still think even though it's the best way to play Grass that it's
still
like still
C.
yeah it's
Just
still
above
just
Rolisaur.
yeah it's still just a slight improvement. I think the Wo Chien makes it have potential to get to low B, but y'all got to help me crack it. I really want to build a deck with Niddos. They are some of my favorites. Trent, I will send you one. It's pretty good. Quick detour, folks. Stay with me. We're gonna go to community decks. I'm gonna go to dark. And go to Z-Man Cuddles. I'm pretty confident that this core is still gonna work for you. We're gonna go to Niduo Dark. And I think if I put it here, I think this works. Maybe. I do think Sablalock is B tier. I'll trust you. You know control stuff well. We're gonna put it out of here. Wait, B tier? I can't do that. That's too high up there. I'm sorry.
We don't trust you that much.
We only have 3 decks in B tier. That'd be saying it's the 6th best deck. I can't have someone say like why. But it's just because I don't know. I gotta try it. There's too many decks to try. And the problem with being a brewer is you try your own stuff before you try other people's. Get a non-brewer to play it. That'll help. Welder Dragon, I didn't like it. I really wanted it to be good. But honestly, Drago Stop is better. It's going to be a meme tier. It's better than Rapid Strike. It's better than Fighting. Spread. Classic Dragon. I'll let you take this one.
Oh, Classic Dragon. I think I would put it in mid or low B tier.
Okay.
Personally.
And what's the reason?
Because it's either hit or miss. You have to have luck on your side that day. But if you get lucky, it's going to do great for you. Which I guess is the same as meme, but this is not a meme deck. I think that it can be solid in, like, 70% of the cases. But that's not high enough solidity to be higher than a mid to low B, in my opinion. Like,
where does it go in B?
I think it goes below Hitmondog.
Okay.
I'll leave it up to you whether it's above or below Palathin Surf.
It's less consistent, but it has a higher power level. Do we value consistency or power?
I think we have to value power because a weak, consistent deck is not necessarily going to win.
All right. Classic Dragon's above. All right. Rainbow Dragon. I think this is like Drago Stop. Yeah. So this is Drago Stop. So this is like the version that I play.
With the Kyurem?
Yeah.
Okay. I would put that above the Classic Dragon.
I agree. I definitely like it more than Classic Dragon. I think you don't need Dragonite anymore is what we've definitely learned. Mm-hmm. I even like this Drampa more because it's not conditional. Classic Dragons are my main deck, says Trent. And then Chris says it's been getting a lot of good results. Which one is that? The Classic Dragon? Or the Sable?
Control.
Or the Dark Control? I will say John won a night with Dark Control at ours once. But it was over a year ago. It wasn't in 2024. Yeah. This is like a 2024 tier list. But yeah, for Rainbow Dragon,
Is it above Hitmontop?
yeah, honestly,
Is
that might be
it-
a hot take.
Is it? I agree with you.
It's top of B.
Top of
It's
B?
not an A
It's not
tier
an A?
deck.
Okay.
Because
I
these
think
are
you're
so
right.
consistent and have a high power level.
Yeah.
This isn't as consistent. And, like, something we don't want to admit is you want to hit that turn 1 attack. Like, the reason it's a B tier deck is because it can really hit Raging Bolt. It's not the Kyurem, it's the Raging Bolt and how insane that is. Classic Dragon's been good results, you're right.
I mean, and that's kind of been the case for a little while. Maybe I'm just super unlucky. I don't know.
You know what? I think he's right, though. I think it's better than Hitmontop. I think this is more
That's
of
fair.
like... This depends. This is a bit of matchup roulette.
Okay.
I think even like Costello would probably say that a little bit. Whereas Classic Dragon, if you hit the big 3, and like spoiler alert,
That's
the
true.
big 3 are Turbo, Colorless, Psychic, and Water, you're okay. So I'm gonna put Dragon there. I think Dragon is like the 4th best type in general.
The 4th best.
Yeah.
You have Psychic. You have
Psychic,
Colorless.
Colorless, Water.
Oh, Water.
Yeah, I think Wailord just is super consistent and has a high power level.
I hated Water.
Honestly, I hate Water too. Hot take. A part of me actually thinks Dragon is better than Water, but I don't think that's actually right. It's just from when I open up my opening hand of 7 cards and I see 5 Water energies, I just internally cringe. But I think actually
I externally cringe.
Ooh, Fairy Control.
This
It's
is
not
yours.
a meme. It's not a meme. It's better than Poison Dark.
Most things are.
Dude, I think it might be better than Leviathan. I'm going to get killed for that, though. But I'm going to put it there. And the reason is... Well... No, it's not. I'm just more comfortable with it. I think Leviathan's harder to play. Control Fairy is essentially like a DOS-style deck where you're just sort of rotating around on stuff. Leviathan can take KOs easier. I'll put it right below Leviathan. Because it still has the same problems. It can get ran over. But where I like Control Fairy more is that it's a type that's like, it doesn't have any other support, whereas there's a million different ways to play Water. So Control Fairy should be higher up in my heart because it's cool that Fairy is a playable type. You don't get new Fairy cards, but you get new supporters. I don't think Ralts is in this one. So I'm going to include Ralts in that. That said, Turbo Fairy is just a meme, honestly.
Yeah, there's nothing good about Turbo Fairy.
No. Turbo Basic is either A or S. What do you think?
Is that the
Colorless?
that's the regular colorless one?
Yep, that's like you just have 3 energy attackers. And
I'd go S then. Like, is that the most commonly used colorless deck?
Yeah,
Then I think that's the S one.
I'm not sure.
Really? You think it's worse than Monkey Dory Psychic?
Yeah,
Really?
but I think it's harder to. I think I
skill
think
level?
Psychic is harder to play, and so is Lost Zone. But like a bot can play Turbo Basic and win. So does that factor into our tier list? That's what we have to decide. Is it based on people playing it at the highest level, or is it an open field?
I don't think that ease of play should play a part in the tier list. I think you need to consider the deck for just like
Okay.
its ability.
In that case, then I think it's not S tier until the Hop cards come out.
Okay, and then when Hop comes out, it's S.
Then it's S tier, like for
Okay.
sure. Yeah. Where do I put it? I think it's above Lost Zone. I think it's above Monkey Dory Psychic. It is more consistent. Ironically, this has a better matchup into that, but if that was the only thing, then Hitmon would be over at. So I think you're not scared into most things when you're playing colorless.
Is there anything better though? Like, do we have an S tier deck at this point? Then
I don't think there's an S tier deck.
you don't think there's an S tier deck?
No.
I don't think that makes sense in a tier list sort of setting. Like,
S
you
tier-
can't just be like, I'm disregarding this highest tier.
Actually, it makes a statement because it's not like Lugia format where you have 30% of people playing the same deck. If you walk into a local league night, you'll hit, and you have 4 rounds. Like when we went to Ellicott City or played in Baltimore, you're gonna hit like 4 different types. I don't think there's an S tier. And I think that's kind of the point for 2024, because I think in 2025...
There will be.
There will be.
I think it's dumb. I think at that point you
want to do this?
Yeah, I do.
Alright, it's the S tier deck.
Okay, you've made your statement. Whatever.
Chris Hill says Egg Mill. It's not on here. I would have to put it into abstain because I haven't played a game with it yet. But you've obviously proved it's good. I mean, you won the Async League with it. And I've watched half of your deck profile, and it's been interesting so far. Although I learned a lot from watching one of your Async games, the finals one. Okay, Crazy Code's interesting. So Crazy Code is the one that has the slacking and the Porygon. And honestly, it's like, it has to be at least A tier. It has a higher power level than Turbo, but less consistency. But then Fan Rotom means it has about the same consistency. This is the one that Caleb got second with at Baltimore. Jeffries won 2 different of the leagues, or the bashes or whatever that Cardboard Warriors had, including the one that was sponsored by Darkside. So you can't discount Crazy Code to took out a bunch of Turbo basics.
Okay.
I'm having trouble seeing Turbo Basic in S tier, honestly.
Then put it in A tier. Like, whatever it takes for us to move on. Come on.
Alright, I'm going like this.
For the record, I think it's dumb that he's just disregarding the S tier.
Would you want to go this?
I don't care. I don't know enough about Crazy Code to have a decision on.
You don't like it, actually.
Okay.
It's mean to you. You're more of a Turbo Basic, but that's just because you're an aggro player.
I'm a basic player.
Yeah.
I don't like to think very hard during my play. I don't have the energy for that.
Alright, we'll stick with this for now, and then we'll see how it goes.
Okay. If that helps you sleep at night.
Alright, Control Colorless. You know what's funny is after the stream that Ash made us do, I never unsleeved this.
Yeah, that one
it was
you liked
really
a
good.
lot.
Yeah. I but it didn't like B. It's not an A tier deck. Although it might be. I didn't play it because I felt like I was playing too much Control at locals, and we had a couple new people. I didn't want to scare them off.
Fair enough.
I'll put it here. Did that feel right from when you played against it?
Yeah.
I felt like legitimately it kind of limited the amount of options you had.
Yeah.
Birds.
It's not good, right?
Yeah, I think it's better than Meme. I think it's C.
I think it's better than Poison Dark. Maybe
Okay.
not. Poison Dark's just made me so sad that
I think that's fair. Yeah. Archeops Post Lab. It's not worth it. Like,
no.
You don't have high energy attackers. Outdated. Perfect. Double Hitgrass I like a lot, actually.
But I feel like it doesn't actually work very well for us.
No, it does. And it's actually won 2 badges this season at Game Haven.
Oh.
Shout out to the GLC website. If you actually go to Grass, Tricky Jim featured my deck list on it for the double hit grass, and I still think that's the best one.
Alright, then put it above the Rain Dance grass.
No, I don't think it's above Rain Dance, honestly.
I thought you said it was the best grass deck.
No, it's a good grass deck.
Oh, I see. Do you think it's better than Rillasaur?
I do.
Then
I think I do.
Well, then we know where it goes.
Alright. And it's just because the same thing as Raging Bolt, you can just like take over things quickly. Rainbow Colorless is a meme, but I have to say someone pointed out that you can put a Fairy Energy on the Kecleon, and then you can Diantha next turn. That's pretty funny. Big Metal is like one of the most underrated decks. I think this is a solid C tier deck.
You'd put Archeops Post Lab as high as Crazy Code?
What? No way. There's no way. If they high roll, I guess.
Maybe if they drew really, really, really hot.
The thing is, like, what is worth powering up for more than 3 energies? Like, why would I not just Mela Raihan? That's what I need to know. What am I powering up that I can't just power up with other stuff? Where would you put Metal?
C. Yeah.
I think C too, but like where in C? You think
I think it's.
I think I'm between grass and lightning.
Okay.
I think spread's easy to play around. I think grass is maybe better. I think it's C. Metal is like the same thing to me.
But what if you?
Oh wait, Metal is actually the one that we play.
Oh, I see. What's the big metal? Oh, is that like the elephant thing?
Yeah.
I've never played that. I don't know it. I feel like it's not good. I've never lost against it.
It's good. It's good. But it's not like I don't think it's different enough to make it a different thing. I think it's like we just go like this and just put them next to each other and just say Metal is a little bit better.
Okay.
Archetypes is impossible to disrupt. No, you definitely can.
You just boss it and kill it, right?
Yeah. And I guess then they have the energy, but it's not worth the extra cards to set up versus just playing Raihan and Mela. Light metal, I don't know enough about it. I'll be honest, when I hit it at locals, I do know enough about it. I just don't want to be rude. I've never lost to it. It's supposed to set up faster, but like I think if you're doing that, you're doing a different type. I think it's a meme. Sorry. It's awkward when you know the people that made the deck. I could be proven wrong. I haven't played against the creator of the deck because I don't play online. Firezzard.
And that could be a thing. Like,
yeah.
People play your decks and they're like, this is a terrible deck. And you're like, no, it's not.
You're right. I'm going to abstain. Firezzard. Fire's bad.
All fire to me just goes C lowest.
Yeah.
Personally.
I've
made my stance on fire clear multiple times. I think fire is the worst type in GLC.
Okay, now we're getting some interesting
I do
stuff.
think fire mill is a little better than Firezzard.
I like that. That's funny. Let's do it. Alright, special whales, I think is A. I think this should also have Blastoise in it, but that's fine. But I'm going to put this up in A. It's good against Lawson. It's good against Colorless. Look at what else is on the A tier. I'm going to put it right there. What do you think?
Sure. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. New name says Skeledirge was a major improvement. I agree. I think Skeledirge would be like here. Like between Spread Lightning and Leviathan. Hydro Pump is like kind of similar.
Yeah.
Let's put them next to each other, I think. Almost done. Water Spread. That's just a meme.
Mm-hmm.
Water Control, I like a lot. I've been trying to crack this. I think Kingdra with Delinquent is really good. I think Lucamine Loop is really good. But I don't think it's been cracked. I think it has the most potential. I think it's something that's kind of like the Palafin Surf. I think you just, instead of the Palatoad, you use the Kingdra. I might be leaking here. It's better than Control Colorless, so I guess it's better than B. Maybe Control Colorless is B. I mean, is C.
I don't know. I didn't feel like C when you were playing it.
Yeah, you're right. I just felt like there's too many things, but you know what?
No,
There's 7.
C's pretty high. Like, has a lot of stuff. I think you're okay.
All right, I think this is good. So
There's a stupid lot of S rank.
it's just because there's so many decks. I mean, this is 43 decks. You know, the reason I think the format is so healthy is because, like, no one has a deck that they're complaining about. Honestly, that might change, but like right now,
I feel like people complain about Turbo Basic all the time.
I don't think it's like merited. Play better, and you can probably, or like change your deck around and you can beat it. I mean, like, then that's why Niddos are over here. Like, if you really think something like that is a problem, you can play against it. We have a 12-year card pool or something like that. It's gonna be fine.
I'll say that I disagree with you. I think that Turbo Basic should be an S.
All right.
But if it helps you sleep at night, you can keep it in A. Just know that I disagree with your ruling.
So do you think Turbo Basic is better than the other decks in this tier?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why we put it at the top of A. And the only thing that separates the top of A from S is a line.
All right. It's all right. We'll say it's the best deck. It's consistent, it has a really good power level, and it's stupid. So we'll save and download this. And then here we go. This is our meme. So for S, we have Turbo Basic Colorless. For A, we have Crazy Code, Monkey Dory Psychic, Lost Zone, Special Whales, Hydro Pump. They're probably at the same kind of level as Turbo Basic, but not as consistent as Colorless. For B, we have Dragon, Fighting, Palafin Water, Dark, Water Control, and then Colorless Control. And then it's not worth getting into once we get into the C. If your favorite deck's in there, I'm sorry.
If you disagree with this tier list, make your own video.
That's right. All right. That's all from us. Thanks. We hope you guys have a good 2025. It's been fun doing content starting in 2024. This felt